So let's talk about how big a problem this is. Okay, here's one study. Let me see if I can get my pen to work here. All right. They went and polled a group of kids, okay, and then they said that almost 60% said that online bullying was as bad or worse than traditional offline bullying. Nearly 60% as opposed to just a little over 40% who's saying that offline is as bad or worse than cyberbullying. Okay, so you can see there is a growing concern amongst the kids as to what's going on out there. Okay, iSafe.org in 2004, 4 years ago, did a survey of 4th to 8th graders. 58% saying had harmful or hurtful things said to them over the internet. 53% actually admitted to doing something to somebody else on the internet, saying something harmful or hurtful. 42% of 4th to 8th graders reported being bullied. And then here's the thing, as we'll see even more. 58% of these students have not told their parents. Okay? Who here believes these numbers are way too low in actual reality? Okay? I'm very convinced these numbers are way too low. How many of you think, and you probably know this, in traditional bullying, are all activities, are all bullying activities reported by your students? Absolutely not. You'd probably be horrified to think of what might actually be occurring. Same thing here. All right, basically two types. You got the direct attack, that is one person going after another. And then you got by proxy, and that's where you actually have a group of people, okay, one person may be instigating the whole thing. It would be like myself trying to get these three ladies, okay, and maybe everybody on this side of the room to gang up on everybody on this side of the room because this lady right here upset me, okay? If I was a girl, she stole my boyfriend or whatever. So we're going to go after all, you know, we're all going to gang up on her, okay? And then what might happen is they all might start ganging up on somebody on this side. And sometimes, yes, adults do get involved in the process. Okay, the Megan Myers story, while probably the most shocking, was not the first. Now here's another number I'm sure is well underreported and probably on the rise. But you take your cell phones, the ones that you're supposed to have turned off. I saw a demonstration a couple of years ago at the EdTech conference, okay, where a guy went, took his cell phone, took a picture of the group that he was presenting to, did a few little things with the buttons, put the phone back in his pocket, went on with his presentation. Then at the end of it, he went to a blog site, and guess what was there? The picture he had taken. I can do the same thing. Okay, I have an account through Flickr. I have it tied to my blog, teacherbytes.edublogs.org, and I can take y'all's picture. In fact, I might do that later. Or somebody go, And all I got to do is just, you know, do the picture messaging. I got an account with through Flickr, and the Flickr will send it to wherever I designate it. It can go to Blogger, and go to a WordPress type blog, whatever. Okay, those things happen. Well, 10% reporting having uncomfortable or their picture being taken in uncomfortable situations. And I'm going to tell you something else. There's going to probably be times when kids are getting their picture taken when they don't think they're in an uncomfortable situation, but if they go back and look at it later, okay, yeah, somebody's going to be uncomfortable, especially if mom and dad sees it. And I always tell my kids, you always be careful now, especially with these phones out there, okay, before you do anything, is this something you would want mom or dad to see? Because mom and dad can see it, and somebody else can see it, or somebody can show somebody. And things can also be misconstrued. Just ask Miley Cyrus. I'm not talking about her latest escapade with Vanity Fair, but there was another incident ahead before then.